Y'all, I don't think y'all ready for me. It's the lovely sweet tea on the mother freaking scene, y'all. Let's get into it. Your girl is here. What's up, y'all? It's the lovely sweet tea, and I'm back with another video. Y'all, today, I'm going to be talking about the ghetto mama mentality of purchasing food with food stamps and getting all tied up in eating that doggone food left and right. Why? Because you getting food stamps. You feel me? So, but before we get into it, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button for when your girl do what? Drop them bangers! And that's on everything that I love. Alright, so let me tell you why I choose to talk about this. Because a lot of ghetto moms, hood moms, have been taken out the game. Meaning, they got tied up in the fact that they get food stamps. And so they started buying all the wrong stuff and just pigging out on that doggone food. All of my unhealthy foods. You feel me? I know this young lady, many years back, she was getting food stamps, raising children. She was heavy set. She was buying hog maws with her food stamps, pig feet, pork chops, big gallon jugs of cooking oil. She was having fish fries. She was cooking collard greens, cornbread, all the soul food every time you turn around. That's one thing about us hood moms, ghetto moms. Some of the ones that be receiving food stamps get all tied up in doing that kind of stuff, but not paying close attention to the fact that you got to watch out for your health. They get tied up in living in the ghetto. Like, hello. They get tied up in like a trend, tradition that's what we do, us hood moms and us ghetto moms. We stack up the house. We go out there and we go grocery shopping. We go to Eliana's meat market. We go to Winn-Dixie, Walmart. We go to Save a Lot, Save and Pack. We go everywhere we can to load up on groceries. We get them home the best way that we can too. I remember many days back in the days, I ain't had no car. And what I did, it wasn't no Uber out either. No Uber ride, no Uber drive or Uber rides, nothing like that. It was just a yellow cab, a taxi, a white cab, United Cab, that's what it was called. And honey, food stamp day, you be excited, of course. You got your food stamps, honey. Them food stamps done hit. You got a house full of children. I mean, the government done gave you a whole lot of food stamps, maybe $500 worth, because you got 4 or 5 kids. You know what I'm saying? So you try to stack up on food for them children, as well as hold on, as well as stacking up on soul food items to be cooking them doggone Sunday dinners and pork chops and all that through the week. Fried chicken and the fried chicken wings, fried fish and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like I was saying, the young lady that I knew back in the day, she ended up having a massive heart attack. It's unfortunate. She left behind a beautiful family. She was heavy set, like I said. She used to bake cakes all the time throughout the week. She used to bake pies. She used to cook that soul food. People used to come to her house all the time for that soul food. She loved it, pork pots. I've heard of people cooking pork pots and cooking neck bones with potatoes in it, and then on the side they rice, yellow rice, white rice, whatever the case may be, and then on whatever, you know what I'm saying, Kool-Aid, all this stuff here. And the black woman, the hood mama, the ghetto mama, get tied up in the tradition of what we supposed to buy with our food stamps and how we supposed to eat with our food stamps. They get spoiled, you know what I'm saying, with the food stamps, getting the food stamps, because it's free money and it enables you to stack up on groceries. So they also probably was raised that way, you know, cooking that type of food. But they forget how, and totally forget that they need to eat healthy. They need to include fruits and vegetables and salads on a daily. You know what I'm saying? Fresh juices, smoothies and stuff like that. They forget that they're supposed to eat healthy. They get tied up in the tradition of things, and they have the wrong ghetto hood mentality. They begin to get used to it, eating such things that go to tasting, delicious. They feel like that's what hood mom should do, cook like that. They feel like, oh, let's cook these kids a good hearty meal. Big pots of beans and rice with the neck bones inside the beans, and it's just salt upon, that the doggone neck bones, smoked neck bones and all that. That stuff is not good for you at the end of the day. Of course, it tastes doggone good now. And I'm guilty. I did the same thing. When I tell you it tastes doggone good now. I remember one time just getting caught up just like that. It's called getting caught up with the hood mentality. Hold on. And cooking all that kind of stuff. And after a while, my pressure started going up. I felt when I walked outside, everything was blurry. Was having headaches and stuff like that. Decided that I need to go to the doctor or whatnot. And when I got to the doctor told me, y'all hear my grandbaby playing. He got a whole play area over there on babysitting. But yeah, when I got to the doctor, he told me, after running tests on me, that I had high blood pressure. I was like, what? And I thought back on what I was doing. Oh, the smoked neck bones, the cheese puffs with my food stamps. I had done got into, I don't know what the words for it. Had done got locked in on buying cheese puffs on a daily. Going to the corner store buying, potato chips, big old bags of Lay's potato chips and shit like that. You feel me? Get out, baby. And on the side, cooking neck bones and beans, neck bones with cabbage and all kinds of fried fish and all this shit like that. You feel me? And we can get caught up in that there. We be so excited about them doggone food stamps, and we think that's the way to go. And we don't be wanting, then we gain the weight and all that. Now we got a big stomach. We got love handles. We got wide, big old hips. We got big old fat thunder thighs. And we got our legs scrubbing together in the middle. We done gained weight. We ain't fine like we used to be back in the day. Cause why? We done got tied up and caught up in the ghetto hood mentality about getting our food stamps, and that's what we do. We make frozen cups. We eat it and do it all. Everything under the sun at the meat store and at the grocery store and at the corner store, we get into buying and indulging in. You feel me? We eat what we want to eat, and we forget all the while, unknowingly and silently, we're clogging our arteries. We're raising our blood pressure. We're gaining weight in the wrong places. We not even thinking. We think we thinking straight. And when we talk to somebody and we on that phone with people, we think we talking good. We think we telling people some good shit. We giving them our advice. And we going back and forth with them in that conversation with our house full of food. And our kids also eating the wrong stuff because we eating the wrong stuff and cooking all that old soul food, as they call it. A plethora of seafood. A plethora of junk food from the corner store. We calling on our kids while we gossiping or we sitting around the house. Hey, Tyrone, go to the corner store, get mama some. Even they throwing cigarettes, you know what I'm saying? Some of them smoking cigarettes, you feel me? the daddy smoking his Black and Milds. You feel me? And along with all that, the doggone bad food choices. Then here we go in the long run, especially if it's the papa in the house. Move, baby, move, baby. You gonna knock down grandma's camera. Go play with toys. He ended up having a stroke or a heart attack because he's smoking. He got his little drink on the side, and he not eating the right foods. He drinking liquor sometimes too. Then we got the mama with her big hips and all her glory. Her little love handles and her little fat rolls, looking pleasantly plump, looking cute, can dress, be G'd up, smelling good, looking good, you know, walking the neighborhood or driving through the neighborhood, shining and looking good. But all the while, getting your food stamps and making the wrong choices and not eating all the good, healthy food. So now we got a lot of ghetto moms and hood moms. Come here, baby. Come here, let grandma see it. Having heart attacks and strokes and starting out on let me take that out your mouth. Starting out, let grandma see it. Thank you. Starting out on thank you. Spit it out. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, because you done got caught up. You think that's what you're supposed to do, so now we got so many people that's sad that has had heart attacks, got clogged up arteries. I talked to a dude the other day, you feel me? He a gay dude, dressed all up, dressed to a T. And you know how they talk. I love the way they talk and they express themselves. And so he was just explaining to me like one day all of a sudden, that he had a a blockage in his heart. So he had heart surgery. Dude wasn't big at all. Dude was a nice size, kind of on the thin side. Well, thin, but you know, in between, just right. And you can't tell that you don't know what. You cannot tell he was eating wrong. That was my first question. Okay, being that you had a blockage in your heart or whatever, you had to have heart surgery, a heart bypass surgery, whatever the case may be. What happened? Was you eating wrong? Was you eating a lot of greasy foods? He say, mainly I was eating French fries. I loved it to eat French fries, but I wasn't really doing nothing out the ordinary. And I loved it fried potatoes and onions and stuff like that together, fried together in the grease. You feel me? And that's all it took right there, just that. That's the little thing that he was hooked on. Now let me tell you, I'm not perfect. I'm sitting up here talking to y'all, but let me tell you my little point and part. Like I said, I already told you the doctor diagnosed me with high blood pressure and wanted to start me out on some medication. And then the next thing here, I was diagnosed with high cholesterol. You know why? Food stamps. And getting caught up in the ghetto hood mentality. And caught up being spoiled by the government, I would put it. And being excited, I got food stamps. I got this X amount of food stamps. I'm going to go stack up on this, all the things that I love. You feel me? You go to feeding your habits. So I love tilapia fish and sway fish and russet potatoes. So I was getting off into frying me some potatoes every other day and fish. I had my older daughter one time. She spoke to me and said, "Mama," she noticed it. I ain't noticed it myself. She said, "You eat fish all the time, fried fish and French fries. You got to stop that." And y'all, I was pigging out on Hershey candy bars and all that on a daily and big bags of Hershey's Kisses and stuff like that. Unknowingly, not knowing what I'm doing to myself because I get food stamps, you feel me? And I was inside that ghetto mentality and spoiling myself with all the stuff I like because I get food stamps. You feel me? So, started having all kinds of effects and things going on with me that wasn't right. So, decided again. After I told y'all about the high blood pressure, this was a few years later. Let me carry myself to the doctor. Even had to go to the hospital. Sit down, baby. Hold on, y'all. I have to check on him all the time. So, ended up feeling some things that weren't right about myself. Having heart problems and all that stuff there. Went to the doctor. Had tests run on me, even an AIDS test, trying to pinpoint what's wrong with me. AIDS test came out negative. You feel me? All right, yay. But the doctor told me after running all the blood work and all this stuff right here, that I got high cholesterol. And I got, what else? High cholesterol. Oh, and I'm a pre-diabetic. Yeah. Ain't that something? Now, didn't I tell you now? That we can get caught up in that hood mentality, that ghetto mentality, that we getting food stamps, we government assistance and all that there. It's a good little amount of money too, food stamps and whatnot. And we hitting the grocery stores and we buying this and we buying that, even ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Because I love ice cream. So, hold on, y'all. Yeah, and just indulging in all that good old food, cheesecakes, brownies, cookies, everything you want under the sun, but you're not. That's the wrong mind frame. You're supposed to have a healthy mind frame. If you're going to buy something, buy smoothie stuff, stuff to make smoothies with. Buy greens and cook greens without the pork in it, because greens are healthy for you. Buy cabbage and cut back on the meat. Don't put no smoked meat in that stuff. Don't cook that cabbage with bacon. Cut back on all that stuff, man. Because you're going to end up, and that's what happened to me. Hold on, y'all. And so that's what happened with me. That's how I ended up with high cholesterol. And that's basically grease in your veins. Grease clogging up your arteries. You know, plaque building up in your arteries. Plaque already in your arteries. And my doctor told me that she gonna let me do it naturally. She not gonna start me out on no shot or nothing like that for my pre-diabetes or whatever. And I was glad she said that. And so ever since then, honey, I cut back. I stopped. Now I totally don't eat no chocolate, because I was having heart problems too when I went to the hospital, and that's what it was all about. So I left all that caffeine. I noticed I can eat a little piece of chocolate, and I just cannot. Like the next morning, I'm waking up with palpitations of the heart, caffeine in that chocolate. You feel me? So yeah, I can't do a lot of things I used to do. I really watch what I eat, and I don't want to further, clog up my arteries. So I done turned my life around with that, and I lost a lot of weight in the end run. So y'all ghetto mamas and hood mamas, listen, wake up. Just because you get food stamps, don't do it to yourself. Don't sit around that house and indulge and watch stories and you don't have to work and all that because you're getting government assistance. Don't do it to yourself, because you can end up ultimately with a stroke or a heart attack. You feel me? So tighten up. It's your girl, Sweet Tea, and I'm about this thing. Comment, like, and subscribe. Bye.